Power is weird. The closer I look at it, the more I see nothing. That's the paradox hook. At the center of power, there's a void, and that's exactly what Shmuel Trigano helps me see. Trigano argues that the classic social contract story, people consent, a ruler rules, doesn't actually explain how authority holds together over time. Contracts are deals between interests. But power, the power that survives crises, rivalries, generations, isn't a deal. It's a structure built around a missing center. Here's the idea. In a biblical political vision, sovereignty never fully belongs to any human. The throne is symbolically empty because ultimate authority is beyond the ruler. That empty place disciplines power. Kings don't own the crown, they borrow it. Royal power exists as a transference, delegated, recognized, constantly referred back to something higher than itself. If you want to see this in motion, go to Genesis 26. Isaac is re-digging the wells of his father Abraham. Local herders quarrel. Abimelech, the Philistine king, watches a stranger in his land grow strong, without an army, without a palace, without a throne. And then Abimelech does something unexpected. He approaches Isaac to make a treaty. Why? Because the source of Isaac's authority isn't sitting in his hand. It's recognized in his blessing. Power moves toward him not by contract among equals, but by acknowledgement of a transcendent reference. The Lord has been with you. This is transference. Abimelech doesn't absorb Isaac. He doesn't crush him or buy him. He publicly shifts posture to him, transferring recognition, and in that recognition, stabilizing the space of power between them. Notice what's missing. There's no social contract convention, no new sovereign invented by consent. Instead, a covenantal logic frames legitimacy. The well gets named, a feast is shared, oaths are sworn, and a limit is set. Power is bounded by signs and words that point beyond the parties themselves. Trigano's point lands here. When the center is occupied, when a ruler claims to be the source of law, the system rots. When the center is empty, held open by the transcendent, authority circulates. It's loaned, checked, and crucially, revocable. That's why the Bible often treats kingship with suspicion. The king is a steward, not a god. So why is the social contract insufficient? Because it imagines society creating sovereignty from below as a perfect agreement of wills, but real political life leans on something no contract can manufacture. The shared recognition that no one owns the center. That recognition lets power be transferred across tribes, offices, generations, without devouring the whole. Back to Genesis 26, Isaac's wells are more than water. They're markers of a political theological map. Each well reopened, each name restored says, authority isn't mine, it flows through me. And Abimelech's treaty admits, even a king stands before a higher court. Trigano gives me a language for this. The void at the heart of power isn't a weakness. It's the safeguard that prevents power from becoming absolute. In that empty space, transference becomes possible. Law stays above rulers, and people stay free. If I want a politics that lasts, I don't try to fill the void. I learn to guard it.